Before I get this video jumping, I want to give a special shout out to my frat brother Kendrick's little cousin, Daniel Vo. Thanks for being a fan of the channel, little homie. And Kendrick, G5. Hey Urban Acolyte family, my name is Prince and I'm an Urban Acolyte. So in this video, I'm going to lay all of my thoughts on the table regarding Donnie Yen's character from Rogue One, Chirrut Imwe. So there's been a number of YouTube videos and blog articles talking about this character, and I've seen everything from how he's based on the same character archetype as Kanan Jarrus on Star Wars Rebels, and terms tossed around describing him as being a low-level Force sensitive. Now, I'm not going to critique anyone else's work. I'm just going to share what I've learned from canon sources, give my thoughts on the character, and then I'm going to tell you why Chirrut Imwe's character is an example of an Urban Acolyte in the real world. So this is what the Rogue One visual guide has to say on Chirrut Imwe. Deeply spiritual Chirrut Imwe believes that all living things are connected through the Force. His sightless eyes do not prevent him from being a highly skilled warrior. Though he seemingly lacks Force abilities, this warrior monk has rigorously honed his body through intense physical and mental discipline. Chirrut is from a near-extinct order, the Guardians of the Whills, which is devoted to protecting the Temple of the Kyber in the holy city of Jeddah. An ancient order, its origins are lost to time and inextricably woven into the legends of the Jedi Knights. Some believers insist the Jedi drew inspiration from the followers on Jeddah, while historians surmise it is likely the opposite. Whatever the truth, it is all a matter of deepest faith to Chirrut. Though Chirrut deeply believes in the reality of the Force and respects the Jedi Order, he knows that no one could ever hold a monopoly on understanding the cosmic energy field. Unlike the late departed Jedi, the teachings of the Guardians of the Whills do not emphasize the discord between lightness and darkness. The Guardians believe their approach allows mortal minds to encompass the totality of the Force. Chirrut is a practitioner of Zamashiwo, a Jedi martial art also known as the inward eye of the outward hand. The central pillar involves perfection of physical prowess, conscious accounting of a body's placement, contact, and internal functions. It is said that a master of these techniques can alter his heart rate, oxygen intake, and vital processes to produce seemingly supernatural effects. This is similar to Jedi physical exercises that emphasize bodily control, some believe due to a cultural connection with the ancient past. Also, Star Wars Galactic Maps offers the following description of Chirrut. A blind warrior monk and disciplined fighter, Chirrut is attuned to the mystical energy of the Force. So I thought that phrase, attuned to the mystical energy of the Force, was rather interesting because it's not something we've heard previously. Now, because the Force is responsible for life, well, everything has the Force. And Dave Filoni, in an interview that I discussed in a video last summer, talked about how anyone who taps into their talents is tapping into the Force. So does Chirrut Imwe use the Force? Most definitely. Is he a Jedi? No. He's also not gifted in the same way the Jedi are, because Jedi can manipulate the physical world through the Force. But knowing the Force is all about being in the moment. And this is at the heart of Chirrut Imwe's training. So recall a year ago when there were questions regarding whether or not Chirrut was going to be a Jedi. I posted a video stating that, well, Chirrut could be General Ram Koda from the Force Unleashed video games, or a character with some similarities. And since both Ram Koda and Kanan Jarrus both appeared to be based on the Zatoichi blind swordsman character, well, the connection to Zatoichi has also been mentioned for Chirrut Imwe. Now, I actually disagree with this connection. The choice to make Chirrut Imwe blind was actually Donnie Yen's decision, and it appears that he had a lot of input, and I think that Chirrut is actually more closely related to an actual warrior monk featured in the Netflix series Marco Polo, and that character would be 100 Eyes. If you've not seen the Netflix series, 100 Eyes is a Taoist monk who was captured and made to serve as a martial arts trainer to Kublai Khan's generals. 100 Eyes attempted to escape, and after killing several Mongolian soldiers, he was blinded as a punishment. 100 Eyes was a master of several styles of kung fu, skilled with melee weapons, horse riding, and archery. The similarities are also present in their philosophical outlook. As a Taoist, 100 Eyes would simply seek to go with the flow, or go with the Tao, even though he was removed from his temple in China, made to serve the Khan, and blinded. I mean, think about Chirrut's line, "I fear nothing. All is as the Force wills it." This sounds exactly like something a Taoist would say. Now, regarding Chirrut's training, I've said several times that he exemplifies a true urban acolyte. His art, Zamashiwo, means the inward eye of the outward hand, which basically means that the hand is guided by looking inward. Another way of saying this would be that the hands are guided by one's intention, and one's intention must be based on them being focused on the present moment. This is why Chirrut is constantly chanting, "I'm one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force is with me," because it is a way of centering himself. Through this practice, he's able to sense the Force and be guided by the Force. I mean, remember, the Force is all about being present. So Chirrut's actions are all based on being present by looking inward. So even though his physical eyes may not be able to see, his awareness is what guides him, and there are no limits to awareness. Now, this isn't me waxing on poetic or just talking about bullshit. This is a real thing that exists in the real world. See, I happen to practice an internal martial arts style called Ili Chin. Ili Chin literally means mental physical martial art, and it is an art of cultivating consciousness based on the Tai Chi principles and Zen philosophy of non-assertion, non-resistance, harmony of yin and yang, oneness, and being in the present moment. As a system of martial arts, Ili Chin emphasizes the development of internal power through mental attitude and awareness. The highest goal of the art of Ili Chin is the integration of the mind's complete awareness in the present moment, and not just self-defense situations, but in all of life's events. The art teaches one to break away from the unconscious. A person learns to activate the mind to be conscious at all times. And if one can always be conscious, they can be mindful and observe to recognize and break away from attaching to habits and emotions that affect one's peace of mind. Now, peace of mind is important because relaxation is an essential component of the art. Relaxation doesn't just mean the body is relaxed, but the mind as well. Relaxation contains harmony of yin and yang, and the process of looseness, softness, elasticity, and Fa Jin. And Fa Jin means issuing power or releasing power. As soon as an Ili Chin person touches an opponent's hands or body, they can feel instantly where the opponent's weight and center of gravity is, and what strike or technique an opponent is going to use, often before they use it. And ultimately, the Ili Chin person is able to sense the opponent's intention without contact through their awareness. They can redirect the force and use it against the opponent, or incorporate the use of Fa Jin depending on their threat level. So I don't know about you, but Ili Chin sounds like a real-world equivalent of Chirrut Imwe's martial art, Zamashiwo. Now, additionally, his ability to control his autonomic nervous system as a result of his training can be accomplished through pranayama training and yoga, or any breathing retention exercises taught in Sufi, Taoist, or esoteric Buddhist traditions. And I'm sure there may be others, but those are the ones that I have personally experienced. And an easy entry into these practices is the Wim Hof method, which has actually been scientifically proven to boost the immune system and the body's efficiency at using oxygen. So Chirrut Imwe, a warrior monk devoted to understanding the Force, but not a Jedi. I mean, the crazy thing is that through his training, he was able to sense the Force, arguably as well as some Jedi. So what do you think? Do you think that through training in internal martial arts and breath retention training that you can come close to being able to sense the Force in the real world the way Chirrut Imwe did in the movie Rogue One? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead, click subscribe, and take your first steps towards becoming an urban acolyte. Use your love for Star Wars to inspire yourself to become a force for change in your community. Also, make sure to continue to support the channel over on our TeePublic store, or by checking out my other videos on Rogue One or my latest posted video. But that's all I've got for this one, so thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you. Always.